You're alive. You're alive, Nick. Well, welcome. Imagine painting. Imagine if you were painting this. Imagine if you were that guy and you were painting yourself. Well, boys and girls, we've got a lovely show for you today. This astronaut has been lost in the woods, and we're going to help find his way out. Or, well, not really out, but identify him and make sure he's okay in the woods. Gucci. Who's feeling Gucci? I'm feeling Gucci today because it's Taco Tuesday. You guessed it. You know we like the tacos. You know what to do with it. Much love. Thanks for watching. Everybody, I hope you have a happy Taco Tuesday. All about tacos today. I promise I'm going to paint something. I promise. This is not just going to stay like that. But first, we need some weed. So, we're ready? Everybody ready? Happy morning. All right, now that we've got our painting high, a little bit of coffee, I think we can start. We're going to start with some white highlights all around the moon and his little helmet there and all the cute, his little getup. Just going down in like this area, and then we're going to put some more subtle highlights out here on his suit. Suited up. But before I do all that, I'd like to say thank y'all for being here. Alright, so we're going to put a little bit of purple and blue on this brush and dip it in. We got a little bit of kind of light blue, light purple down here. I'm going to make it a little darker. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a reflection of this mushroom below him. So like if you were looking at his helmet, it would be reflecting this mushroom right here below him. That would be glowing along the edges a little bit, but in general it would be like, you know, have a little dark. He would be seeing the top of the mushroom. So that's what we see here on the reflection. So we're just gonna put a little, like an oval. And if you know, you know. Good morning, April Rose. How are you, baby? How's sunny Florida? It's fucking freezing here again today. I got cold. Serious. Oh, no, not. I cannot say the word serious. I swear to God. No, go away, Siri. Every time. I'm going to take that word out of my vocabulary when I'm in here.
We're throwing it back a little bit.
Throwing it back. That's what you gotta do. Throw it back. Hey, thank you, April. Hey, I appreciate you. I feel like this guy. Saw my little spacesuit, exploring outer space. All right. I'ma keep that styrofoam with me. Little Wayne. Little Wayne's a fool. I think he's losing it. Alright, so I'm adding some highlights on this helmet eventually, but right now I decided to shift that plan and go back into a little bit more definition here. But now, yeah, let's go through some highlights on this picture. Alright. I just noticed I wanted to do that mushroom, and then that's always what happens is the reflection of the mushroom was a dark color, so I was going to put that in on its helmet area. And then I noticed, of course, some other things. I was like, oh, I can touch this up. Always the thing. All right. So, but I also don't want to lose this moon that's back there. So we're going to get some whites, right? Just straight white on the brush. Water it down a little bit, a lot. Then blend all that together and make a very loose, like wet white. Because we're doing a fine detail. Then I'll scrape off my brush and sharpen the brush because it's kind of like a knife. Make sure I clean it up. Because if it's holding a lot of paint on the brush, it will make the tip thicker and make it less accurate when you're trying to do fine detail. So I'll get all the paint mixed with the brush, get it all wet and painty, and then I'll scrape it all off, and then I'll dip it back in to the mixture very light. Then you have a very thin paint on a very sharp brush. You know what I'm saying? I've never explained that before. I'm not sure if I've ever explained that in my life. That might have been the first time. I'm learning with you guys. This is all an experiment. I hope y'all know painting is kind of like science. And we're like, oh, maybe I could do this. You mix in like, instead of mixing like chemicals, you mix in paint. We'll put some highlights around the shape here, around the head of the astronaut. There's like this moon in the background. And kind of covered up with his face. Yo, your face, bro. It's in the way of the moon. Alright, here we go. Little things here and there, some spots where it's brighter than others, little reflections up in this helmet, and still doing this moon kind of shape around it simultaneously. Which at this point is crossing into his. So we have this circle that's gonna. What we're gonna do is highlight the parts of his spacesuit where the outline of the moon is crossing, and that way we don't just cover him up with the moon, putting it back in there, but you can kind of morph it together. See what I did there? I morphed it. That's not mine. Someone already had that copyrighted. I'm actually not allowed to say that. You would think I would have it right. It's late on the game. So I gotta say, I morphiced it. Hey, what's up, Sarah? Hope you're doing good today. We got this astronaut still working it. Y'all ready for this? Hopefully I can finish this guy today. It really just needs the highlights on it. And most of the highlights are going to be all in here, I feel like, more than anywhere. All the parts. And then this will be a kind of more subtle. But even the subtle highlights take forever. There's so much detail in this fucking spacesuit. Holy fuck. Why did I do the space? It's so a little extra, Chris. Stop. Got his third eye blazing right there. Thank you. It's all about the little tiny brush strokes at this point. Get down to the nitty gritty. Let's go, Red Rocks. Just imagine we're all at Red Rocks right now. I know, you thought you were at your home or work or something. You're actually at Red Rocks. Here we go. Bright, white highlights on here, right along the blue edge. Bring it back out. We're going to put some over here. And being kind of loose with it because it's actually behind some trees, really, is what it was. I'd probably put some of the trees back in now over this guy now that I got him in there. Damn it. I always create more work for myself. You know, once I think of something that I can do, then I can't unthink it. It's so hard for me. If I get an idea, it's so hard for me to let it go. Like, you know. And in fact, if it's like an improvement, I know would make the painting better. I can't not do it. It's part of my contract with myself now. Even if it takes longer and adds more to the painting, and you know, whatever. It's like at this point, it's crazy, bro. Hey, what's up, everybody? We're painting astronauts. We're meshing. Well, you know, you see what's going on. Yeah, guy, are a bunch of space cadets. Don't mind us. We're just a bunch of space cadets over here trying to check out mushrooms in the forest. Nothing to see here. Yo. That's right. She gets it. Sarah gets it. She's like, yep. No, Sarah and Siri. Man, do you ever run into that problem? Did you stop using Apple because of your name? Oh my God. Does that happen to you? Has that ever happened? Now I'm scared to say the word Sarah. If she wasn't the DJ, that's the thing. She's DJ, you know, for the iPad. So then if she pops up, if that she that shall not be named, because then she'll turn off the music for a second, pops up for anybody not knowing what I'm talking about. It's just like Baltimore. We'll call her Baltimore for now. If Baltimore hears me say her name, she'll stop the music. And apparently she thinks her name is also Sarah. No? Okay, didn't hear that time. Alright, good. I'm able to say your name. Say my name, say my name. No one is around you. Say, baby, love you. You ain't running game. What?
Rolling boobies up, smoke section. Boobies rush, rolling boobies up in my direction. Rolling boobies up, smoke section. Boobies rush, rolling boobies up in my direction. Rolling boobies up, smoke section. Boobies rush, rolling boobies up in my direction.
Thanks for the love. Try to get this astronaut high. All right, so we got a bunch of the highlights done here. I think he's looking pretty good. Now we're gonna spread it out a little bit to his suit. His suit needs the highlights. And to do that, I think we should smoke another bowl. Anybody agree? If you're gonna do highlights, you should think about getting high. I know it's part of the process. He kind of looks like he's in the moon. He also kind of looks like he's in a light bulb. Alright. I forgot I wanted to put a little something on this side. A little something. Alright. Little highlights right here. Boom, boom. Those little things he's got sticking out of his head. Bro, you got things sticking out of your head. You know that. It's a helmet. It's okay. He's safe. He's supposed to have that. It's so. It is so. We're doing acrylic painting here, guys. It's an astronaut on mushrooms, or he's, if you're not giving your painting mushrooms, you're not giving your painting all it could be. So think about that. Consider that every time you paint a painting. Maybe it should have some mushrooms. Think about it. Think about it. Because, I mean, you give yourself mushrooms sometimes. Why can't the painting have some on? It's just painting a mushroom. I see, you get it. Sarah's doing it. Those colors are really great. Thank you. I really love the teal, the blue-green, and there's a slight hint of purple back here, but these colors right here, this teal and this blue-green, are some of my favorite colors of all time. I'm not lying. I put green on everything. I got green on my coffee cup, and my bong has a little green on it. I'm about to put some green in my bowl, and then we're gonna put some green. Oh, we need green. Actually, let's get green. Just a hint of green to throw down. Maybe some darker green too. We need this. Yeah, the mushrooms told me to paint them. I remember we had this common message. Oh, for sure. That's cool. You're doing the Lord's work, Sarah. We all know what tomorrow is. Everybody get prepared. Midweek microdose. It's Taco Tuesday today, so if you want your tacos to have mushrooms in them, feel free. I'm going to wait till tomorrow for my midweek pick-me-up, and I hope you join me. Happy Taco Tuesday, though, everybody. Don't forget to eat that taco. It deserves it. Tacos are good for everybody. Yeah, Sarah knows. I'm gonna make chicken tacos tonight, some rice, and maybe some corn, lots of vegetables, avocado, and I don't have to think about what to make for dinner. And if you're not getting your painting on, what are we doing here, people? Paintings deserve weed too. Paintings deserve weed and mushrooms. Like, they do a lot for us. Paintings help us. They're our friends whenever we're lonely. They're around still, hanging out with us. Why not get them hot? Why not treat them like your buddies? They're not inanimate objects. They're your babies, people. This is for all my artists out there. This is your baby. You need to love this thing. If someone takes it from you, you need to say, you better treat it good. All right, let's get out. Oh, I got high. All right, let's put some highlights. Sorry. We're going to use a little bit of light green. We're going to throw that into our mixture here that we already have, which is dried up pretty much, but it's got white. A little residue of white down there, so it's going to lighten up this green. And we're going to throw a little bit of bluish in there. A little bit of blue, a little bright blue into that light green and white and light blue, or well, and regular blue. Turns out to be this light teal color. Yay, I like this color. All right, we're going to put it and just start kind of throwing in some space at like places where I feel like the light might hit this little space here. I'm using my blender brush and my angle brush. My blender brush right here. It's got a little bit of water on it, and I'm going to take these lines that I just put down with the angle brush and just blend them. Just on one side, because the other side is like the edge of his shoulder pad or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and just like throw some lines in here, highlight the areas with this color, and kind of change it up a little bit too here and there too, because we're not doing just a straight like astronaut here. I still want to keep some of the forest vibes. So what I'm going to do is kind of throw some more blue on here, some more green. And when I come in here in certain areas, I'm going to use a very toned down, like darker highlight color. So it's not all just bright highlights all over the thing, which this creates more of a 3D effect by adding the different tones and levels of brightness of highlight, in different areas. When you use the same like bright highlight all over the whole thing, it flattens it out more than you really want it if you're trying to get like a 3D realistic look. Even though it's fantasy, it's like a ghost image, whatever. You get what I'm saying, right? No, you're like, no, I don't. But that's cool because I'm not an art teacher. You're actually here because you stumbled across art. That's right. Mushroom cults. Don't worry. It's fine. Everything's cool. You don't have to go anywhere. It's cool. It's cool. Stay. Well, I just am, bound by law to legally tell you TikTok wants me to express verbal consent that, when you do stumble upon this live stream, you do happen to inadvertently join our mushroom cult and are a member automatically. So it doesn't mean you have to take mushrooms. That's not all we're cracked up to be. We have a bunch of other things going on for us besides just a bunch of whoops like eating mushrooms and talk about life. We got. Maybe we do that. Okay, so either way, if you want to do that, it's cool. We can do that. Oh, I love this whimsical, magical. You should illustrate fantasy books. I got a fantasy book for you, baby. You're my fantasy book. Wow, amigo looks amazing. Moochie, oh, baby. You just stumbled on the right place, Moochie. let me tell you about this fantasy book I just illustrated, bro. It was about Moochie. That's right, Moochie fantasy, baby. You imagined me. This is what I wrote. And I wrote, not illustrated, and published all in my mind this book about how I fantasize over eating a giant Moochie. Oh my God, imagine a Moochie the size of a fucking Volkswagen. I swear to God, if there was one, and they could just lock me in a fucking little, like, giant walk-in freeze with this Moochie just blazed out of my mind, fucking munchied out, I would kill that bitch, bro. I would eat that whole Moochie and be sorry for it later, but I swear to God, I love Moochie so much. I wrote a fantasy book about this. I'm not going to tell you the whole plot and story or any of that because you don't know me and Moochie. Moochie is like one of my favorite things on the planet. I don't want to go into all the detail. That's part of the, it's part of my only pans, only brushes. I don't have an OnlyFans. I have an only brushes. So you can pay just to see my brushes. And I put this fantasy illustrated book novel about me and Moochie. If you don't know what Moochie is, by the way, I swear to God, you need to go figure that shit out. It's basically like rice ice cream with flavors. It's so good. I love Moochie. Thank you for joining us, Moochie. I do want to publish that fantasy book. I'm scared to put it out to the public. I'm going to get judged how much I love Moochie. Fantasy books. I'm 5 minutes away from work. Cheers, Chris. Hey, Bear. Have a good day at work. Only brushes, only eating Moochie. LOL. My content manager is a wily one. She's feisty, and I love her. Her name's Peekaboo. She's on Instagram and she's on TikTok. I'm stoned, and she had this idea for an OnlyFans for me, and I immediately said no, of course, but it was kind of a joke anyway. But her OnlyFans idea was you got me there, I guess naked or whatever, and but I have a painting in front of me, right? Okay, it's not weird. Well, it does get weird, but it's like me holding the painting, but I don't have clothes on, but I have a painting blocking, so you can't see anything. And then the more you pay, the smaller the painting gets. What do y'all? Let me know in the chat if y'all want me to do that. By the way, shout out Peekaboo. That's her idea. I'm pretty sure. That's us sitting around at a festival behind the booth talking shit. Joking about ideas. She is hilarious. That's why she's my content manager. Oh, try to bring her on full time. I'm not balling like that, but she helps a lot. She does a lot of posts for us, and comes out to. She'll be at Okeechobee with me doing videos. We'll probably be walking around doing a lot of that stuff. You got to get a bunch of content, at festivals. It's one of the best things about them, honestly. All right, we're getting this guy suited up. And I'll fill in some of these areas on his spacesuit, but then I'll push them back, blend them away a little bit so you can see the colors that are coming through. So it's not so solid because I still, like I said, I want the forest to come through, and I think that will help make it kind of blend a little bit better into the forest if we don't just straight block out, fill in all these areas, but more so kind of do more line work and some shading around it. And what I'm doing is I'm using like this color green. I'm going to kind of go around here and then I'll shift to an even darker, more like a darker yellowish, this brownish green right here. But I can, back here, I think I can still use this like teal, and it'll be a nice blend. So I'm kind of creating a gradient of highlights as I work my way closer, and that'll also create like a 3D effect, like because he's kind of like, you're looking up at this astronaut, and his head's really far away, and you're right next to his feet, like looking down from a fisheye kind of perspective. So he's
Colorado, y'all look beautiful
to give
right
that
now.
depth and that perspective, using this gradient of highlights going like out is key to achieving that. I feel like personally.
If y'all fuck with the Philos Records crew, we appreciate you guys so much.
I don't even know who's playing right now, but they're playing at Red Rocks, and they're about to play some Daily Bread. Oh man, who is this? Who are we listening to? Artifacts. Oh, fuck yeah. Shout out Artifacts. That dude. This is Daily Bread. Artifacts. Hell yeah, Nami. What up? Working this astronaut into existence here. This astronaut is the baddest mother in this house. You goddamn right. Who is it? Who is this? This is the next level. This is Artifacts. He took Daily Bread's name out. Did y'all hear that shit? Y'all hear that? If y'all know Fractal Forest Funk Vibes, fuck yeah. Yeah, if y'all don't know that song, it's a It's a Daily Bread Artifacts collab song, and part of it says this is Daily Bread, part of it says this is Artifacts, and he just remixed it, whatever, at live at a show at Red Rocks. It's probably opening for Daily Bread, which is funny. But he straight up took Daily Bread's name out of the song, which is hilarious. But still played the Artifacts song. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, no worries. No worries, guys. Music stuff. Tripping me out. Love Daily Bread. Me too. I love Daily Bread. I love Artifacts. Who's also on his record label. That's who's playing right now. And yeah, that's funny. I wonder what that is about. He's like, you didn't even have to play that part. I did a Daily Bread tribute painting a couple years ago, a few years back, and it's like a Waffle House scene. I painted a Waffle House painting for Daily Bread, believe it or not. It felt fitting. Yeah, Shambhala sounds fun. I almost went to Shambhala last year, and then we were late on trying to apply this year as a vendor. So maybe next year. We'll see if the cards fall correctly. I got accepted last year, but then I had to go do like a big family vacation, and which was fun. I love my family, but Shambhala. But yeah, so I had to miss that. It's sad. I'm like, really? I got accepted. So I know I can get accepted, and then this year I was just late. There's so many things to do and apply to and make sure you get all the applications in. So all my artists out there, don't forget about that application you're supposed to put in already. But get it in. Word from the wise. Do it now. Don't put it off. Word from the wise ass. Hey, thanks everybody for watching artwork. Farm family first, not gonna lie. Yeah, farm family first. See you on the farm. So we got a little bit more highlights down here on the spacesuit. He's bringing all these little parts out. I'd already put these darker lines in over the last day, kind of working all that in with some bitch because it's like a dark background with dark lines. Barely see what I'm doing here. But now that we're past that part, this is kind of the more fun part, to bring all those parts out that are already laid out for me. And I'm not sure myself. We'll know soon enough. Alright. We got little teal, light teal highlights all along. Kind of his abdomen right here on the spacesuit. Splashing in a little color here and there. And again, I'm trying to create this gradient from around here, like from the white bright area, working its way out. And so I'm looking all kind of just going around this white area with this color, hitting all the highlight areas. Hey, thanks for the love, kitty talk. Kitty. Meow. I love kitties. I got 2 of them. They're my little precious animal babies. I got 3 dogs, and they're like the rough, boys where we go out and run and stuff. But my babies, the kitties are treated like royalty around here. That's for sure. As they should be, especially when you got dogs around. We got kittens. His name was Morty, so my daughter named him Morpheus, so we called him Morty for short. Wild. That's wild, bro. Morpheus is obviously what people call me, and then Morty is what's wild to me is my nickname for like one of my best friends, girlfriend-ish friend, thing, situationship. But anyway, I call her Morty, and my name's Morpheus, and I tie those together really well. He called me out.
Yo, Breadhead, Speedos family, can I take a
Yo,
photo with you guys real
Breadhead.
quick?
Shout out Daily Bread for real, though. We got Daily Bread. Not in the mix in the
swear to God, every
background.
time I'm out, this state treats me better than any place in the world I've been, so I appreciate that.
Shout out Artifacts, who's actually playing right now. Looks like he's opening for Daily
If you're
Bread.
ripping it with us this weekend,
This
throw a
mix.
fucking hand in the sky right quick.
Yo,
Get him up, get him up, get him up.
we got a little tubage going out of this guy's
Hell yeah, yo.
center of his chest. There's these like tubes coming out. He's got tubes, man, coming out of him.
This is my last two for you
For
guys.
his astronaut spacesuit. So we're gonna just like put the little like lines that indicate that it bends or whatever around here. And some of this, but I'm not gonna go all the way down because down here I want to again use some different colors of highlight that will actually be a little darker tone of blue and green, I think, or different, maybe more bluish. But I noticed this curve on these lines could be a little sharp, turn a little at the top more, so we're gonna always just adjust that. Oh, and it gives it more of a round. Like this little thing has got 3D like round. It's getting a little flat with the line work. So you want to make sure your lines are curved, especially closer if you're doing like a tube, closer to the edge of the tube, you want it to really curve to give you that. Which this is not doing right there. Okay, there we go. Bam! Your shorty is named Morty. She is short too. It's fine. We love Rick and Morty. That's partially where it came from. I've been a big fan of Rick and Morty since I started watching it. I haven't really caught up with the latest season because I paint so much. I need to. I'm trying to. I'm doing it 1 week at a time. I only allow myself a certain amount of like viewing time of things. When I want to like sit back and relax, I just go paint. So it's like, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to go do anything but paint. And I get anxious if I sit there and like watch anything too long. Be like, unless I could paint, but I can't watch something and paint at the same time. I can listen to music all day, but I can't paint and like watch a show. It'd be hard for me. Some people like that. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit more white into this mix to get the top of this shoulder pad over here. I think this very top part right here is kind of shining. This one's pretty bright over here. It's going to reflect a little bit of this light off the moon and where the light source is coming from up there. So we'll make it a little brighter right here, and then we can mix it down back down to its tone. It's so slight, the tones that I'm making, but it's really important to like get a change of that color as you're working your way through some of these realism pieces. It makes the realism and the 3D work a lot more dynamic, because when you use just one color, so we want to, in here I'm going to make it kind of dark, and I'm going to add a bunch of blue to this highlight color I've been using to highlight right in here where there's light, and I'm barely going to put anything in there, just a tiny bit, because I want to keep this area kind of dark. And in fact, this part should be a little darker. I'm going to darken it up. Let's do that. So I'm going to have a whole nother brush here that I was clean. I'm going to throw some green and some black and some blue on it, and a little bit of this highlight color, this light color, and we're going to make a grayish kind of greenish blue, grayish teal to fill in this little area. Create some separation around some things over here. And just fill in some darker color right there. And it's kind of the same thing right here. There is armpits. And it's kind of like an accordion kind of thing going on there where his armpit can flex and extend. So that. Then we'll throw more of this highlight color I was using on my other brush. Kind of filling in just a little bit more along here, but not too far out. So we'll not too far out, bro. So we'll throw this. Highlight right there. Got my blender brush to move all these lines around as I'm making lines here. If I think they're a little bit off or I want to fix them, I can always just kind of push them a little immediately, though. Obviously, acrylic is going to dry, so you want to do that quickly. And we're going to be pushing pigments, that's what I call it. You're a pigment pusher. If the line's good, I'll leave it. If it's off, again, you can just shift it around with this other brush and keep moving. Keep putting some line work here and there where you see maybe different areas of spacesuit, different areas of astronauts, like little suit here being highlighted and maybe pieces stand out, shine. Kind of give them some definition. I put these dark lines over a dark background of a forest, so there's like all this other line work going on here. It's like two sets of line work on top of each other, so this highlight layer will really define the suit part that I put in here over the forest. You see the astronaut before the trees, bro? Can you see the astronaut before the trees? Boy, you see the astronaut before the trees. You can't see the astronaut before the trees. You need to wake up. Alright. Now that I got that out of my system. And like this area, I just made this brush stroke, and this area right here is outside of where I think he should be. So look, I can take this brush, this blender brush, just a little damp blender brush, and I can work and push that back into kind of where I want the line to be. So if you move quick enough, you almost have like an eraser here, especially when you're using paint on top of layers of paint. So there's a bunch of layers of paint of this same paint that I'm using already on here, and the way it acts on top of itself is very forgiving, is the way I like to say. And it can you can kind of blend it and move it around very easily once you get a good, even just one layer of paint on here of whatever you're doing, like put some background colors, and then you work on top of that, then you can really blend it and push it very easily. Hey, Wavy Draws! What's up? Hope you're doing good. Happy Taco Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
What are my spirit climbers?
I don't know who this is. This sounds like Daily Bread. I hope y'all like Daily Bread. Guess that's the vibe today for SoundCloud, picking the mix. Meow, meow, meow. That's awesome. He played that because at Red Rocks there's a shit ton of stairs, and then if you've seen Rocky, that climbs the stairs. This is hilarious. I wish I was there for that. Fucking funny as hell, bro. If you ever go to Red Rocks, you're gonna feel like Rocky, because holy shit. It's a lot of stairs. Not playing. should get on the Stairmaster before you go there if you're going on a trip there. That's how many stairs. Thanks, Wavy Draw. We got this astronaut getting put into place here. We got a little longer today. I've been trying to do everything I can to talk about what I'm painting, guys. This is new for me. Y'all are my experimental trial run. Thank y'all for being here. But I've been really trying to get a vibe for how I can teach what I'm doing a little bit here without just figure out how I want to say things, because I am now recording things and putting them on YouTube. Any of my live streams, especially from TikTok. I think I'm specifically when I go on TikTok. I also have another camera that's recording for YouTube, and I'll post them on my YouTube for everybody to reference. And I'll try to teach as much as I can on there. Not just about painting, but we do a lot of things around here. We work it over here at Morpheus Art. If you don't know, we're constantly doing the stuff to make everything work and business happen for the artist, which is its own work of art, running an art business. So if you ever have questions about that stuff, I'm an open book. I like to share that knowledge with artists, and that's part of why I do my live streams. And so yeah, I'm going to be recording these and putting them on YouTube as well. So if you ever hear anything cool and you want to reference it, it'll be on my YouTube. If you're on one of these streams. Morpheus Art, same thing. It's all connected. There's a link in my bio for sure of the YouTube, all my links. Sign up for my email list. That's where all the fucking inside shit is. And we're doing some very, very hard work on the email list. I do a lot of blogging and personal info there. The link in my bio. But yeah, thanks for checking it out, guys. This painting will be for sale. If you're interested, hit me up. Also, I'll be at Okeechobee Music Festival coming up, Reggae Rise Up Florida, all happening in the next couple of weeks in Florida. I'll be out there live painting, performing. Ready to get out of the nest. I have been cooped up too long. This bird need to fly, baby. You know what I'm saying? Winter is over. Let's go. Festival season starts next week. I don't give a fuck what you say. I live close enough to Florida. We start in the spring. Let's fucking go. All right. Hey, everybody. You are worthy of love. It's your daily reminder I got every day. Let's look at this guy straight on, because it looks so much different from the side. Looking pretty good. I like this one. All my astronaut, my rainforest mushronauts out there. Hope you are enjoying this guy. This one's for you. Love you guys. All right. I paint first. I got to do a bunch of other stuff to stop painting. I wish I could keep painting. I'll be back later, though. You know how it is. I got to do all the non-painting artist things to keep art going. Thanks, y'all, for checking this guy out. It's been a work in progress. We're going to add some more highlights along here that are more in this brownish green color to it. And then we'll create that kind of vibe of him into the woods. And that's pretty much it. And I'll start a new one after that. If I don't finish this live stream, I will put it on a time lapse on my story on YouTube, on TikTok. So if you want to check it out there, also the finished piece. I appreciate y'all.